Deep beneath the hills of Wiltshire, England, lies a hidden city so vast it could shelter 20,000 people, complete with hospitals, cafeterias, and even its own underground lake. This classified nuclear bunker, known as Burlington, was built in absolute secrecy during the Cold War to house the entire British government in case of nuclear apocalypse, with enough supplies to survive for months while the world above burned. While most assume it was just another nuclear shelter, recently declassified documents reveal its true purpose was far more ambitious, and the secret experiments conducted within its walls would have changed the course of human civilization. The rolling hills of Wiltshire, steeped in ancient history and dotted with charming villages, are a picturesque sight to behold. These landscapes, with their lush greenery and undulating terrain, have been the backdrop for countless stories and legends throughout the centuries. From ancient druids to medieval knights, the Wiltshire Downs have seen it all. Yet, beneath this serene and timeless beauty lies a secret that few are aware of. Hidden deep beneath the surface, away from the prying eyes of the world, is a vast and intricate network of tunnels and chambers. This subterranean labyrinth, known to only a select few, holds stories of a different kind, stories of preparation, survival, and secrecy. These tunnels and chambers carved out of the earth form a hidden world that has remained largely untouched by time. This is Burlington, a name that might not ring a bell for many, but for those in the know, it represents a significant chapter in British history. Burlington was designed during a time of great uncertainty, a time when the threat of nuclear war loomed large over the world. This subterranean world, frozen in time, was built as a last resort, a place where the government could continue to function in the event of a nuclear catastrophe. The corridors and rooms of Burlington were meant to house not just the elite, but the very machinery of government itself. It was a place where decisions could be made, and the future of the nation could be secured, even in the darkest of times. Burlington stands as a relic of the Cold War, a period when the world teetered on the brink of nuclear annihilation. Built in absolute secrecy, its existence was known only to a handful of individuals. The construction of Burlington was a monumental task, requiring the efforts of countless engineers, workers, and planners, all working under a veil of secrecy. The secrecy surrounding Burlington was so intense that even those who worked on it often had no idea of its true purpose. They toiled day and night, driven by a sense of duty and the knowledge that their work could one day save countless lives. The corridors of power whispered of Burlington, but its true purpose remained shrouded in mystery. Burlington was no ordinary bunker. It was a subterranean city, complete with all the amenities and facilities needed to sustain life for an extended period. From sleeping quarters to dining halls, from communication centres to medical facilities, Burlington was designed to be self-sufficient. It was a place where the government could continue to operate, ensuring that Britain could survive and rebuild after the unthinkable. The construction of Burlington was a marvel of engineering, a testament to the ingenuity and determination of those who believed that such a place might one day be necessary. The tunnels and chambers were meticulously planned and executed, with every detail carefully considered to ensure the safety and functionality of the facility. Today, Burlington stands as a silent witness to a bygone era. Its once bustling corridors are now empty, its rooms echoing with the memories of a time when the world was on the brink of disaster. The silence of Burlington is broken only by the occasional tour group, venturing into the depths to catch a glimpse of this hidden chapter in British history. These tours offer a rare opportunity to step back in time and experience the world as it was during the height of the Cold War. Visitors can explore the underground city, marvel at the engineering feats, and learn about the men and women who built and maintained this secret facility. The stories that Burlington could tell are many, and each one offers a unique insight into a period of great tension and uncertainty. The men and women who built Burlington worked in secrecy, often unaware of the true nature of their task. They laboured tirelessly, driven by a sense of duty and the hope that their efforts would never be needed. Their work was a testament to the resilience and determination of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the face of unimaginable threats, people can come together to create something extraordinary. Today, The stories of those who built Burlington are only now beginning to emerge from the shadows. As more information becomes available, we gain a deeper understanding of the sacrifices and efforts that went into creating this hidden world. The legacy of Burlington is a powerful reminder of a time when the world stood on the edge of disaster, and the lengths to which people would go to ensure the survival of their nation. As we venture into the depths of Burlington, we are not just exploring a physical space, but also delving into the history and stories of those who came before us. Each corridor, each room, holds a piece of the past, a fragment of a story that is waiting to be told. The tours offer a unique opportunity to connect with this history, to understand the fears and hopes of a generation that lived under the constant threat of nuclear war. The photographs and archival images of Burlington offer a glimpse into the lives of those who worked tirelessly to create this hidden world. These images capture moments of determination, resilience, and hope, reminding us of the human spirit's capacity to endure and overcome even the greatest challenges. The workers who toiled in secrecy to prepare for a future that never came are the unsung heroes of Burlington. Their stories, once hidden in the shadows, are now beginning to emerge, offering us a deeper understanding of the sacrifices and efforts that went into creating this remarkable facility. As we uncover more about Burlington and the people who built it, we gain a greater appreciation for this hidden chapter in British history. The stories of Burlington are a testament to the resilience, ingenuity, and determination of those who believed in the importance of being prepared for the unthinkable. These stories, now emerging from the shadows, remind us of a time when the world was on the brink of disaster and the extraordinary lengths to which people would go to ensure the survival of their nation. The story of Burlington is inextricably linked to the Cold War, a period of intense geopolitical tension between the United States and the Soviet Union. This era, spanning from the end of World War II in 1945 to the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991, was marked by a series of confrontations, both direct and indirect, that brought the world to the brink of nuclear annihilation. Following the Second World War, the global landscape was dramatically altered. Europe lay in ruins, and the power vacuum left by the defeated Axis powers was quickly filled by the emerging superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. These two nations, with their opposing ideologies of capitalism and communism, began a struggle for global dominance that would last for nearly half a century. The world watched with bated breath as these two superpowers engaged in a nuclear arms race, each amassing increasingly powerful weapons of mass destruction. The development of the atomic bomb by the United States, followed by the Soviet Union's successful test of their own nuclear device in 1949, set the stage for an unprecedented build-up of nuclear arsenals. Each side sought to outdo the other, leading to the creation of hydrogen bombs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, and other terrifying advancements in military technology. The doctrine of mutually assured destruction, or MAD, became the grim reality of the time, ensuring that any nuclear conflict would result in the total annihilation of both the attacker and the defender. The threat of nuclear war cast a long shadow, shaping the political landscape and seeping into the public consciousness. Governments around the world, particularly in the United States and the Soviet Union, invested heavily in civil defense measures. Public safety announcements, civil defense drills, and the construction of bomb shelters became commonplace as the spectre of nuclear war loomed large. Propaganda played a significant role in maintaining public morale and preparing citizens for the worst. Posters, films, and other media were used to educate the public on how to survive a nuclear attack, while also reinforcing the ideological divide between the capitalist West and the communist East. In Britain, the government took the threat very seriously. The devastation wrought upon Hiroshima and Nagasaki served as a stark reminder of the destructive power of atomic weapons. British leaders understood that in the event of a nuclear attack, survival would depend on the ability to protect key personnel and infrastructure. The images of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, cities reduced to rubble and ash, were seared into the collective memory of the world. These events underscored the need for comprehensive emergency preparedness plans and the construction of secure facilities capable of withstanding a nuclear blast. It became clear that in the event of a nuclear attack, survival would depend on the ability to protect key personnel and infrastructure. This realization led to the development of extensive civil defense programs and the construction of underground bunkers designed to shield government officials and essential personnel from the effects of a nuclear explosion. Survival would depend on the ability to protect key personnel and infrastructure. Thus, the idea of Burlington was born. Burlington was to be Britain's insurance policy, a last bastion of hope in the face of unimaginable destruction. The construction of Burlington was a monumental undertaking. Located in the countryside of Wiltshire, this underground city was designed to house up to 4,000 people, including the Queen, the Prime Minister, and other high-ranking officials. The facility was equipped with everything needed to sustain life for an extended period, including water, food, medical supplies, and communication systems. Burlington was to be Britain's insurance policy, a last bastion of hope in the face of unimaginable destruction. It was designed to house not only the Queen and the Prime Minister, but also civil servants, military commanders, and the essential personnel needed to maintain some semblance of government in the aftermath of a nuclear attack. The facility included living quarters, offices, a hospital, and even a broadcasting studio to ensure that the government could continue to communicate with the public. The goal was to create a self-sufficient environment that could operate independently for several months if necessary. It was designed to house not only the Queen and the Prime Minister, but also civil servants, military commanders, and the essential personnel needed to maintain some semblance of government in the aftermath of a nuclear attack. The presence of the monarchy and the government was intended to provide a sense of continuity and stability in a time of chaos. The facility was equipped with state-of-the-art technology for its time, including advanced communication systems that would allow the government to stay in contact with the outside world. Military commanders and civil servants would work tirelessly to coordinate the nation's response to the crisis, ensuring that essential services and order were maintained. It was a city built for survival, a subterranean ark intended to weather the nuclear storm. The extensive network of tunnels and rooms was designed to provide maximum protection against the effects of a nuclear blast, including radiation, shockwaves, and fallout. A subterranean ark intended to weather the nuclear storm. Burlington stands as a testament to the lengths to which nations were willing to go to protect their leaders and ensure the continuity of government in the face of existential threats. It remains a sobering reminder of the fragility of human civilization and the ever-present need for vigilance and preparedness. Burlington was a triumph of engineering and logistics, a self-contained city hidden beneath the earth. Conceived during the Cold War, it was designed to be a refuge for the British government in the event of a nuclear attack. The idea was to create a place where the government could continue to function, even if the world above was in chaos. Its construction was a monumental undertaking involving thousands of workers and countless hours of labour. The project required not only physical strength but also immense technical expertise, requiring the excavation of vast quantities of earth and rock, which had to be carefully removed and disposed of without drawing attention. The secrecy surrounding the project was paramount, as any leak could have compromised national security. All carried out in absolute secrecy. Workers were sworn to silence, and the entire operation was shrouded in mystery. The logistics of such a covert operation were staggering, requiring meticulous planning and coordination. The scale of the project was staggering, with miles of tunnels and chambers, all interconnected to form a vast underground network. These tunnels were not just passageways, but were designed to house various facilities and infrastructure, with miles of tunnels and chambers, each meticulously planned to ensure maximum efficiency and safety. The layout was designed to support a large number of people for an extended period, all designed to withstand the shockwaves and fallout from a nuclear blast. The walls were reinforced with concrete and steel, and every aspect of the construction was aimed at providing maximum protection. Life in Burlington would have been far from comfortable. The living quarters were cramped, and the amenities were basic. However, the primary goal was survival, not luxury. The air was filtered and recycled, ensuring that the inhabitants had a constant supply of breathable air. This system was crucial, as the outside air could be contaminated with radioactive particles. The hum of generators, a constant reminder of the world above. These generators provided the necessary power to keep the facility running, from lighting to essential machinery. Yet every effort was made to make the subterranean city as habitable as possible, with areas designated for recreation and relaxation. Psychological well-being was a significant concern, and measures were taken to ensure that the inhabitants could maintain their mental health, to maintain morale and a sense of normalcy in the face of extraordinary circumstances. Activities and community events were organised to keep spirits high and foster a sense of camaraderie among the inhabitants. There were dormitories and cafeterias, hospitals and communication centres, all essential for the day-to-day functioning of the underground city. These facilities were designed to be as efficient as possible, ensuring that all basic needs were met, all designed to function independently of the outside world. The goal was to create a self-sustaining environment that could operate without any external support for an extended period. An underground lake provided fresh water, a critical resource for survival. This natural reservoir was carefully managed to ensure a continuous supply of clean water, while generators ensured a constant supply of electricity. These power sources were vital for maintaining the functionality of the entire facility, from lighting to essential systems. Burlington was a self-sufficient world, a marvel of engineering and human ingenuity. It represented the pinnacle of Cold War-era survival planning, a testament to the human desire to survive even in the face of the apocalypse. The existence of such a facility underscores the lengths to which humanity will go to ensure its survival, even under the most dire circumstances. The construction and existence of Burlington was a secret of the highest order. Knowledge of its existence was restricted to a select few, its location known only to those who needed to know. The workers who toiled tirelessly in its depths were sworn to secrecy, their lives governed by the Official Secrets Act. The need for secrecy was paramount. Burlington's effectiveness as a refuge depended on its ability to remain hidden from enemy eyes. Any leak of information, any hint of its location, could have rendered it vulnerable to attack. The very existence of Burlington was a testament to the pervasive atmosphere of paranoia and suspicion that characterized the Cold War. The wall of silence surrounding Burlington was so effective that, for decades, its existence was nothing more than a rumor, a whisper in the wind. It was only with the fall of the Soviet Union and the easing of Cold War tensions that the true extent of Britain's preparations for nuclear war began to emerge.